In the last 60 days, I have traveled across the entire world, and no country has hit me like Thailand. Honestly, this place will either make you or break you. I know what you're thinking, the women, and I'll get to that. But first, the cost of living. Contrary to popular belief, Thailand is not the cheapest country in the world. In fact, it ranks 92nd cheapest country in the world, meaning there are a lot of countries cheaper than Thailand in price. And the reason is because it is no longer a hidden secret gem of the world. It is a world-renowned tourist destination. And when tourists get to know about a place, prices go up. I spent my time in Bangkok and Koh Samui Island. So I'm going to talk about that. When I was in Bangkok, prices varied depending on where you go. So for example, I went to get a coffee. I saw a Burger King right near my apartment and it had, iced coffee. So I said, okay, I'll go and get a coffee there. I paid $4 for this iced coffee. I thought that was really expensive considering I was in Thailand. Then I walked across the street later and got it from a local Thai coffee shop, paid 90 cents for the coffee. So then I realized it is all about where you get your stuff from, right? If you go to an American chain, you're paying top dollar. If you want to get it from a local place, yes, the prices are going to go down. When I was in Bangkok, I met up with a friend who lives in Thailand full time now. She showed me around her apartment. It was a very beautiful apartment, small, had 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, perfect for 1 person. She told me she was paying $500 a month. Now that is actually pretty cheap considering the location of the apartment was very central. It was beside this big mall that had this beautiful co-working space. It was very easily accessible to the entire city. There was a metro station near it. So if you want to live like that in Bangkok, in Thailand, yeah, you can do it for about $500 a month. If you want to go lavish, right? Big penthouse views, things like that, you're going to be spending easily over $1,000 per month. If you compare this to North American prices or even European prices, it's still pennies on the dollar. You're saving a lot of money living in Thailand. Now let's talk about the beauty and the nature of the country. You've probably seen it on your Instagram before, those people sitting on elephants, taking pictures with tigers, lions, all that stuff fully exists in Thailand. That's the real thing. Now, Thailand in itself has over 1,430 islands. That is insane when I found that out. I spent the majority of my time in Bangkok and an island called Koh Samui. In Bangkok, it's very industrial, right? It is a big metropolitan city. So there's a lot going on, not a ton of nature. If you want to go to see the nature, you got to get out of Bangkok. You got to go to Chiang Mai. You got to go to Koh Samui. You got to go to Koh Tao. There's a lot of other islands that you can go and see the nature and all of that stuff. Now, my situation was a little bit unique because I went and visited Thailand right after a major earthquake. So for me, I'm a scuba diver, and that is one of the things I absolutely love to do. So when I went to Koh Samui, I was super excited because it's one of the biggest destinations for scuba divers in the entire world. You can see animals like whale sharks. You can see all these unique species of fish. The spotted stingray is one of the coolest and rarest animals that I always wanted to see. And then when I got there, it was cool, but then they said to me, all right, well, since the earthquake just happened, it shook up the bottom of the earth, so the visibility in the water was pretty crap. That wasn't fun for me. But from an average spectator view, if you're just going there and you want to go and see nice things and you're not trying to do any kind of adventure tourism or anything crazy, you're going to have the time of your life. Now, the most curiosity-provoking question. What are the women like? My answer, not my type. It felt like everything was transactional. True story. I was in the mall and this girl just started looking at me very aggressively. Me being the guy I am, I just go up and I said, okay, hey, what's up? What are you doing? What's your name? I kid you not, she's pulling me by the arm saying, we need to go here, we need to go do this. And I was like, hold on, I don't even know you yet. So it kind of felt like things were very, very transactional. Everywhere I was going, I was being offered things by girls saying like, oh, come do this. You want to come out with me? You want to go out? It was fine, but either they wanted money, they wanted an experience from me. It didn't feel like there was any authentic connection from my side. So if you're the kind of guy who's okay with a transactional relationship, Thailand is actually the place for you. Now, I'm not saying you can't find very authentic, genuine people. I'm just talking about my experience. When I was walking the streets of Bangkok, this is what was happening when I was in the malls, when I was on the street. I'm sure if I got out of the tourist areas, it would have been nicer, right? I probably would have met more genuine people, but I'm just talking about, I was literally in the tourist spots of Bangkok, and this is what I was experiencing. If you're going to do anything, make sure you send your location to a buddy. Whatever you do, make sure that somebody knows where you are at all times. This is why I say Thailand is make or break, because if you fall into the trap of the way it's all curated for you, it can eat you alive. You'll end up spending way more money than you should. You'll be going out with girls you probably shouldn't be going out with if they're girls. That's a whole nother story for another post. You can just get lost in it all, or it can make you. One thing I want to make very clear here is that Thai culture in its deepest form is a beautiful thing. You just have to decide where you're going to go. Right? I know people who flew to Thailand to train Muay Thai. You know, they prayed and lived in temples with monks. They came out as new, higher leveled human beings. And if that's the route you want to go, then I highly recommend you go to Thailand. But if you're looking for fun, girls, partying, it's also waiting for you in Thailand. So if you want more travel breakdowns like this, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.